Present.
All right, and today, because we have wonderful guests, we're going to take one item out of order before we do a presentation. And we're pleased to have, now I've been on the council a few years, this will be the first time that we have a feline who is among us.
Are they testifying?
Are they testifying? Yes. Art is going to bring the feline down. Art, you can bring them down while we get ready to do this, and so we'll take that one item.
Motion to take item number 20 out of legislation.
The motion is to take item number 20 out of legislation, second by Councilmember Franzak.
Ordinance Amendment, Chapter 78, Animals, Feral Cats.
Are you going to swear in the cat?
We'll get the cat down. But Archie, come on, you can bring the cat down. And after we approve this, then we're going to bring down the folks who worked on this ordinance. And also Art is going to tell us about this cage that you see. And so we're going to bring down the folks who worked so hard on this law that will be one of the first in the city of Buffalo. So we'll move the approval first.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve, second by Councilmember Fontana. We ask that those folks who have worked so hard with the council will come down. I was going to say that this was a huge group that you hand me that. I'm a little afraid of cats. No, don't hand me them. Don't hand me the cat. We're going to have a problem. Now, there were so many people who worked on this resolution that probably of all of the resolutions or worked on the ordinance that I've ever written, the cats got the most attention. There were more articles about cats than I've ever cared to see in my life. And the big joke was that Judge Howe's cat sent me to my home a letter. Please don't make me get a license. My life was threatened. One guy told me he'd kill me before he put well, we didn't, that was never the intention. And the intention was to make sure, and I am very afraid, and maybe Art will tell us a little bit about this cat, but he's also going to tell us about what's in here, what this does, this cage. But I want to thank all of you who worked so hard to put together the ordinance. And I'm going to have somebody from the clerk's office come just help me to give these out real quick. They'll come on over. And but we had Peter Reese. Is Peter in the room? Pete, as you see on Pete's lapel, no kill now. Pete Reese, who was a huge advocate, who put his money up, as well as I did, my personal money, for people who, before we had this ordinance, who needed their cats, the stray cats, to be picked up. And I learned new terms of what feral is and all kinds of stuff. We both put our money up, and now the city of Buffalo, approved by the Common Council, has added some money and backing behind this. And this is the first time that I know of, maybe this happened years ago and just went away in the history that I know that we've had this. And so what we have for you are certificates to Peter, to Regina Harris, to Edie, to Art, to Barbara, Elizabeth, Clara, Linda, Kim, Kelly, and Beth. Did I miss anybody? And if not, we'll do one for them. So I'm going to ask, who was the chair of the committee? Who acted as chair? You did, Art? So I'll have you speak and do whatever you...
Yes, I just wanted to bring the cage here to show you that with spay and neutering of the cats, it really makes a difference. This cage is the cage we use to capture the cats, to have them spayed and neutered. As you can see, the cat that's in here weighs 23 pounds, so it's not a little cat. And I wanted to show there's still plenty of room for a cat to be in here. They're live traps. They do not harm the animals whatsoever. It is very important to us that these cats are taken, fixed, and then put back where they are. Feral cats only live 5 to 6 years, so it's not like they live a real long time because of the elements of the city in that. But if we took them out of the city, the cats themselves, you would see an explosion of mice and rats you've never seen before. It happened in Australia, and they regretted ever taking the dingoes out because they had over 1 billion rabbits and mice that just devastated farms and that. So just think of that if you take cats away. What we want to do is control the population. And you can do that by spade and neuter. And it really means a lot. You don't have all those babies around. And another thing is, for the councilmen, we will have in every councilman's district brochures that show how to keep them out of your garden. Now, I know that was a big thing for people. There's been a lot of research done. There are going to be pamphlets available that have many ideas from electronic to herbs to spices to plants, things you can use to help keep them out of your garden, because I don't want them in mine either, because what they do is they can kill your plants real quick. So, thank you.
I just want to thank all of you for your attention to this. I really think it's just another indication of what a kind city that we live in and how fortunate we all are to have you as leaders and recognize that compassion and kindness is the way of the future. So thank you very much.
So thank you very much for initiating this. This was very important work, and thank you to the council for supporting it. I want to speak on behalf of the law students who started last summer with the Animal Law Pro Bono Project in researching all of the various options that we had. There are other ordinances out there, but I'm here to tell you today that my students, with a little help from me, drafted what will be a model ordinance for the country. You guys have just passed something that is really cat-friendly, community-friendly, and will welcome the community cats into the community in a way that will keep them healthy, that will help the community stay healthy, and that will be properly enforceable in a good law. And thank you very much to Corporation Counsel for helping us with the finalization of that. This is a marvelous process to be a part of. And I've got my son here because he cares about cats too, and we're doing this for our generations and for the future generations. Trap, neuter, vaccinate, release in a proper way is really what we should be doing, and thank you very much for passing this.
I would just like to have Edie talk up here. She's on crutches, but I could take it up to Edie.
You don't come all the way down. We'll come to you. Come to the old. Stand right there.
Good afternoon. I just want to thank everybody for this wonderful award that we're receiving. But most of all, what I want to thank you for is the ability to help the citizens of the city of Buffalo, as well as the cats, the community cats as we call them. Everything you have approved and put forward is going to be immensely appreciated and is going to help the citizens as well as the animals. I would like to also thank the entire group that I have worked with all these months. It's been a little over a year now, and I'd like to thank each and every one of them and the great work that Kim Conley and her staff has done. So again, thank you all to the council members, and thank you to a great, great group to work with. Thank you.
Not to drag this out any further, but I just got back from a national conference, and I can tell you with great confidence that we have people from West Seneca to Wheatfield and from Spartanburg, South Carolina to Seattle, Washington, who are interested in passing a similar ordinance. So today, the city of Buffalo leads the country, if not the world, in this area.
Thank you all. Appreciate you coming.